so I will start. We don't have any members of the public, but we will just start with introductions like we normally do. Just quick run through about who we are and what we serve on the board. So Jay is going to start. Who are you? And what is your function on this group?
Figure out where I am first. I am here.
Yes.
Jay Gilchrist. What else do you want to know?
Commissioner?
And you're a board member. You're a commissioner.
Commissioner.
Commission member, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all you need to know?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for public records.
Yes.
Rodney, also commission.
Nancy, can you pull your mic closer, or Jay, can you assist with that?
Oh, sorry.
I do apologize a little bit. I'm diabetic and my blood sugar is going down, so I'm going to have to
No,
be
please,
snacking and
eat as
stuff.
much as you want. That's fine.
Yes.
Yes, we just want to make sure that the public can hear is all. That's why. Thank you. Eat away.
I'm Susan Melliker. I'm a commission member.
Warren Paris, commission member.
Lee McKnight, commission member.
Angela McConville, commission member, chair, and our county representative on this group.
Tasha Lark, commission member.
Latasha Deloach, staff.
Kristen Crumry, staff.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to move on to agenda item number 2, the minutes of the August 17th, 2023 meeting. I was not there, so I won't vote, but I would accept any comments about changes you'd like to make or edits at this time before we go ahead and move for approval.
I was not there either, so I won't vote either.
Minutes look fine to me. Move for approval.
Nice. Moved by Jay. Do we have a second? Awesome.
Thank you.
And if you approve the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Don't approve, say nay. Very good. That passes.
Abstentions.
Hmm?
We had 2 abstentions.
Oh, yes, 2 abstentions because we weren't there, so I can't really say whether they were accurate or not. Me and Susan. Okay, and moving on to agenda item number 3, public discussion for items not on the agenda. We don't have any members of the public here, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. Agenda item number 4, operational overview from Latasha.
All right, I will try to be as quick as I can. We have a lot going on. It is fall at the senior center, so we are very, 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 very busy. Our program guide expanded. We have a lot of things coming up, a lot of new teachers, so we're really excited about that. We have some new programs and some new groups. Our Queer Elders group is up and going, and they're going to have a table at the One Iowa event that's coming up. I think it's next week.
Yeah.
It's next.
What?
Maybe it's tomorrow. Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. So one of our groups will be at the One Iowa event, and I can't remember the name of it right now. So much information in my head, but they will be there. So we're really excited that some of our affinity groups are getting out into the community and doing some different things. Our OMGers group, which is our original Mature Groovers group, which was originally our Elders of Color group, they changed their name. They are working on a couple of things. One thing that's coming up is we have partnered, the department as well as that group have partnered with City of Iowa City Human Rights Commission. There was interest specifically in learning about what does it mean now that affirmative action has been dismantled. And so there will be a presentation November 16th at noon. We will send out a Zoom link probably in our email, or if you reach out to me, I'll try to get that to you. But it'll be a Zoom presentation from an attorney specifically explaining what that means to us, as well as we are working on getting an attorney to specifically explain what critical race theory even means, because a lot of people really don't know what it means, but they're against it, just probably because of the fact that it has the word race in it, but not understanding the legal terminology around that. So we will let you all know when that date is coming up. They are also in the throes of a program. It's kind of like a night of socializing, networking, dancing, but it's for the entire community. They're doing a Black Iowan Diaspora Gala here at the Senior Center. So a band with dancing and there will be a keynote speaker. So that's coming up, but that's in February. But I'll keep you all in the loop as that comes along and tickets go out and different things like that. They just wanted an opportunity to get together to dance and eat some food. So we're going to help them do that. So it's open to the community. Excited about that project because it allows us some art from Stanley Museum will be curated specifically for African American History Month to be on display here at the Senior Center. So people can come in as an extension from the Stanley Museum to do that, as well as we're partnering with the School of Music for the band, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff that I can't remember right now. But it's going to be from Africa to Black Iowans is kind of the theme. And so there's going to be some really cool pieces in there. So lots of meetings going to happen to make that happen, but we're trying to keep it as simple as possible as it is an inaugural event and hopefully something that can be done again. Let me see what other things we have going on. As for the building, we let me not move on to the facilities yet. As for other programming, we have some new watercolor folks that are going to be doing some watercolor classes. We're really excited about that. We've been starting to work on bringing in more folks of color as instructors. So we're really working on some of our DEI goals and making sure we're being as inclusive as possible so that we can continue to do that work. I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of stuff. There's so many other things coming up. I know there's a 70s parties in the work, so get your bell bottoms ready. We'll let you know about that one. And so much stuff in my head. Oh, pickleball, my goodness. That's a huge one. Pickleball is this Sunday from noon to 3. I believe you can still just show up that day, even if you just want to watch and you want to come and support. We have a lot of volunteers. We could use some more teams. So if you're out there and you would like to have a team, please contact Michelle here at the Senior Center to specifically find out about if you can still get a team for pickleball. I think you can still sign up the day of. I think they have room. They'll figure it out. But that's happening. That's at the Green State Fieldhouse in Coralville. So get there a little early because it starts at noon or 11. No, noon. No, 11. Sorry, I got something else at noon on Saturday, so I'm mixing my 2 days up. At 11, and but we know that there's also a UI volleyball game in the area, so we're telling people to kind of get there early so you can get some barking. So please join us for that. We will have snacks and different things, and there's a raffle. So the raffles is nice, y'all. They got some nice stuff for the raffles. It's only $1 for a raffle ticket. So make sure you come and support the Senior Center. This is our first fundraiser that we've ever done on a large scale. So we have a lot of really amazing sponsors that have helped us out, and we're so excited about the collaboration we've had with some UI classes and making that happen. So I'm pretty sure there's other things. I know coming up soon we will have a lot of, as the season changes, we always have a lot of different programs around music. So we'll have some bands and some choirs, but just keep a lookout in our program guides. And the one we have out right now is for September, October, but November, December is going to be a thick one too. So please look out for that and show up when you can. And if you ever want, do they have badges, like commission badges upstairs, I think?
No, but we can get some.
We're working on. Yes, we're going to work on getting you all some badges, so when you come to different things, you can have your commissioner so people can recognize you as well. So that'd be great. That's all I have for programming update, unless I'm missing something and somebody else knows something. I was trying to do a quick overview with some of the high level things, because there's a lot of things happening on a consistent basis.
I mean, I don't know if you brought this up because I was doing some Googling, but the North Liberty events through the Senior Center are
yes,
happening through
yes.
the end of October. So that's a real effort on Latasha's part and Kristen's part and Michelle's part to do some hub and spoke things. So this is our hub here, and the spoke is in North Liberty, and
Yes.
Ranshaw House has been kind of
Been
our
great.
place. And there's Death Cafe, practical planning for end of life and caregiving support group up in North Liberty.
Yes.
Through October
So
25th.
we
on
definitely have a
Wednesdays.
lot of things going on. We'll have some more stuff in November about some end-of-life planning and different things. We have a series coming up, but we haven't got all the pieces to that quite yet. One of our students is putting that together. We are thankful for our partnership with the City of North Liberty by them providing us with a grant. We're able to provide services out there. We do know that SHIP, which is our senior health insurance programming, will be coming up here in October, and so people who are looking to look at different parts of their insurance with their Medicare can contact us to set up appointments. Though our SHIP folks are here all year, but that's open enrollment. I think it's the 15th or 13th or something like that of October, and you'll be able to look at that. But because of that grant, we're able to have a site out in North Liberty, which allows people who might not have transportation to get down here to be able to get that help. Because if anybody knows about Medicare, it's confusing. So we're thankful for her to have those folks.
And I forgot to give a shout out to Emily Edrington, who actually
Well, yes,
coordinates
Emily
those.
coordinates
Emily.
a lot of that. Yes,
I
she
mentioned
does.
Kristen and Michelle, but
Yes,
Emily.
it's a group
Yes, it's a
effort,
group,
but
yeah.
Emily definitely is the one that's going out there and working with the SHIP
feel bad I
counselors for sure.
forgot her name.
Yeah. So yes.
You mentioned advanced care planning. I just had a wonderful session with Mary McCall upstairs about honoring your wishes.
Yes.
And we're all headed there, aren't we?
Yep. You can do that
so-
program at the age of 18.
Right. But I'll pass this around, but I want it back. But it's top of the line, I think, and it comes from La Crosse, Wisconsin, and that's the city in the United States that has the highest percentage of people that have advanced care planning and, living wills, shall we say.
Yep.
It's very, very important because there are too many arguments, when people are faced with terminal illnesses and are facing death in the hospital, or we're all facing death, aren't we? But it's good to have the conversation about what are your wishes.
Yeah.
And so, my wife and I had ours done in Arkansas before we moved back to Iowa City. But it's good to have it if you have moved from someplace else, or if you haven't had the conversations, about what kind of medical treatments do you want, do you not want, what are some of the things, and it doesn't just cover the bottom line things. It covers, what are your attitudes? What are some of the things that you would like to have as part of your treatment plan? So, but the important thing is the most important thing is this document called I-Post, which is physician orders. Doctors oftentimes, and I know this because I've spent a lot of time with chaplains and ethics committees and things like that. If people don't know what you want, then they have to do everything,
That's true.
So if you don't want everything, this is the physician orders document that's really, really important. So they make appointments.
Yep. You can contact the front desk here at the Senior Center, and we will set up an appointment for you.
You can get the documents and fill them out yourself, but it's good to talk to somebody. It's good. But the most important thing is to talk to your family about things.
True.
So.
And anyone can get that service, 18 and up here in the community. It's also a partnership with hospice. They also provide the service.
Right, and that's what she said. The hospice adopted this, and the Iowa City, the different people that deal with, and so they went to the source as far as honoring your wishes goes, and that's like I mentioned, the best program in the country that started in La Crosse.
Yeah.
And having everything written down and easily accessible, because I'm an emergency responder, and if I show up at your home and I don't have something physical I can see, like a bracelet that denotes what you would like, or some sort of thing, I'm going to have to
Do
do
everything.
life-saving services for you. If I don't have something that has,
Yep.
your wishes on it. So,
People put those on their fridge.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it because we didn't live here, but it's an orange plastic thing you can put on your fridge. Is that what it?
Yep. So the people can recognize it. Yep.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we have lots and lots of services and resources here. People can feel free to call us or look at our program guide for some of our ongoing programs as well as new programs that pop up.
Natasha, I'd like to applaud you
Oh,
because, I go out and this place is hopping.
well, that is definitely staff, but we definitely are a place where we're trying to shine the light on all the beautiful and wonderful things happening here and bringing in more opportunities. But yes, we want to be inclusive and welcoming as much as possible, and we're definitely hearing more and more people feeling that way. We're hearing less complaints about parking for the first time in my 5 years. So we're really excited about that and different things that are happening here at the building. So send us a note so we can write it down, put it on the board out there. Oh, I forgot to mention, tomorrow is a coffee and conversations event that I'll be doing out in the lobby. Depends on if anybody's in here. We might move it in here. I don't know. But I know that there was a request for people to just kind of know what's going on with the building, what's going on with staff, and just kind of future plans about where we're going. And so I'll be giving a little update there, which, we'll just kind of highlight some things for folks and just have some conversations. People have questions. So 10 o'clock tomorrow in the lobby. Okay, that's all I got for programming. Now,
Did you mention the Spot the Hot thing?
the who now?
Isn't this tomorrow also here with the part of the climate?
Oh,
Fest
the Climate Fest stuff?
for the week, and they're going to give a report on the Spot the Hot thing that they did, where they had the hottest day of the summer this summer, and they went around to see the variances in temperatures around different parts of the city, the places that have more trees, the places that have less trees, and they're mapping that in conjunction with the demographics of the whole. I think Iowa City and Cedar Rapids got special grants to do this from the EPA, and so they're going to report. I think that'll be very interesting.
Yeah, I have to look and see what time
I'm not
that
sure
is.
what time it is either.
Yeah, it's probably either on the TVs or it might be in the book.
Yeah, and I
In the
took a
program
picture of
guide.
the climate. It might be on my phone here because I took a picture of the Climate Fest activities. There was a poster, I think, at the public library, but.
Somewhere.
But it's good to see the collaboration between the senior center and this, since we are a department of the city, I guess, but to be a part of the whole Climate Fest thing.
Absolutely.
That's great.
I mean, it impacts all of us, so of course. So that was the last thing I wanted to mention. And then for the facility update, we are at a pre-bid opportunity place. I think that's going to come to a city council, or maybe I went through this week. Ugh, hard to keep up. But we will be, I believe sometime in October, talking, having a meeting here about the exterior part of the building, and getting that up and going. I feel like I've been saying this forever, but a lot of these things are not in my control, so I just report what I get. And so there hopefully will be breaking ground on that early spring to get those things going. Is a sign put in yet? No, we will be having a sign put in as a temporary sign, but I know that it's really important for us to have signage outside our building. So it'll be a temporary sign being put in outside the Washington Street doors, just so that people can clearly identify us a bit more as they're coming in, especially students and other people who haven't been in the building. So that will be happening soon. It's called a burial.
Oh.
I know. I didn't know that. I was like, really? So yes, it will be being put in just temporarily while we do the exterior. Until that exterior is done, then we can work on having a more permanent sign that's happening. So yeah, so we have some crazy outdoor parking issues, but we're working with the parking department to do some lines outside the Washington Street door, just so that we have a better entrance going on there, because we have some people who are popping into some of the local shops near us, and they're kind of taking up some of our loading yeah, they're taking up some of our loading. So we're working on that, and hopefully we can get some lines painted and some different things going on. But those are the things that are going to the facility. As you all notice, we have more lighting, so some of those darker corners of the building, we have installed lights so that you can see better. For instance, our DEI board, our cultural diversity board out here, there used to be no light outside that door right there, and it was so dark. As well as coming around the corner by the elevator on the ground floor, there's new lighting there. And if you have been in the weight room, we had it painted recently. We had it painted recently, and people are enjoying the brightness. But once we get the decals on, you guys will see the vision that's in my head. But really enjoying doing some of these smaller things around the building to just kind of bring some life into the space and let people know that we care about the building and the facility, and we wanted to keep it nice for everybody now and in the future. So that's all I have from a facility update that I can think about.
I have the time, 11:30 to 1:30 it's called Defeat the Heat.
Which room is it in?
Bring your own lunch. I don't see a room here. This is on the city site.
It says assembly room.
Also, it's in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, local climatologist will talk about the results. The health department will talk about heat preparedness. Door prize.
They always have door prizes.
Light refreshments, but you should bring your lunch too.
When they say light refreshments, they mean light refreshments. So, okay, that's all I have for the operational overview.
Any more questions for Latasha before we move on? All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 5, commission discussion. Senior Center Master Plan. You kind of just went over what we're doing as far as facility update. Does anybody have any questions or want to discuss anything regarding the master plan? All right, we'll move on to the Johnson County Board of Supervisors presentation. So this is something we haven't done in a couple years, but per our grant that we received from Johnson County, we need
Service
to.
agreement now.
Okay, yeah, it's a part of our regular thing, so we don't have to apply for a grant every year, right? Thank goodness. But we do need to do a presentation and kind of show them what we have done with the money that we are given from the county. So I think I have volunteered to do this with Latasha, and I've done it in the past, and I used to work for the board, so I kind of know how to do these things, but I do welcome anybody who wants to work on this with me. It's a PowerPoint presentation and just being there to answer questions from the board and talk about the work we've done here. Don't jump to it. I mean, we will definitely send emails. Yeah, we haven't selected a time and day yet, so we'll just throw that out there as it comes.
It's usually just a general overview. The funds we receive from the county support operations. So it goes kind of in a pot. Like, I don't know, I'm just trying to think, like the projector just when it's going out, and that's going to be very costly. So, so that type of money kind of comes in handy to help us with things that we just don't know. And it's an older building, so things you just don't know is a weekly thing in my life. So we're thankful for those dollars because it does fill in a gap for us. When we didn't have it, we felt it this year. We felt that the difference this year. So definitely thankful for that. And we do a general overview kind of talking about some of our programs, our mission, and what we're trying to do here. It's not a very long presentation, maybe 10 minutes, and then they ask some questions, and then we just kind of move on. But you're welcome to come. If you want to do a part of the presentation, let us know. And if you just want to come at 9 o'clock in the morning and sit in the room, you can do that as well. But I think is that about it? Yeah, that's about it.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
All right, so there'll be emails going out about that. Commissioner's report of community correspondence. So this is where something that's not on the agenda, I know I announce this every time, but something that's not on the agenda that you have seen or discussed with a community member that you want to bring up to this group, we can't technically discuss it because it wasn't outlined in the agenda as an item for discussion, but you can bring it up and maybe we can decide to move it to the next meeting and discuss it then.
This should have probably been a question for you, but there was a, post a month or two ago on Nextdoor about, somebody posted about, the usual parking downtown issues, that kind of stuff. And the senior center was mentioned as part of that comment string. Well, they're going to move the senior center out of downtown and all this kind of stuff, right? And then other people said, no, there was a survey done and most people wanted to stay there. And so I was thinking, well, if I could, so I searched for that survey, that link, that I could just like educate and just go, well, here's the link to the survey. And I couldn't find it anywhere. And so it would be nice to have access to that so we can at least dispel the rumors, you know what I mean, and then actually put the facts as we know them out there, and just as a community member.
I think
So,
So the city has gone through a update of the website, and so I can't bring up directly to mind, but in the past, we've had like a segment for all the new building kind of stuff, and the survey was part of that.
Right.
So I'll look when I back up in my office, then I can send that out and confirm that, because if it's not on there, then we should add it, because we had a whole section for.
okay.
Yeah, because I thought we had added it because someone else
Yeah.
had asked for it.
Well, I found it at one point, but I
Yeah.
just couldn't find it recently, so.
I think with the new rollout, they have like all these things you have to drop down. So it might be stuck in there somewhere. But I remember, I'm pretty sure somebody asked for that and we put it up there. But we'll find it. We can send it out to the entire group
Okay.
so that you have it as email access. But we'll double check and make sure it's on the website as well. Yeah. Thanks
Thank you.
for that.
Thanks.
Rob Dietrich, wanted me to tell you about this idea. He wants to that lot across from the senior center where the mural is owned now by the city, and he wants to turn it into a green space and have it managed by the senior center and have an amphitheater. So groups like Lyrics or New Horizons or Voices of Experience could give concerts or practice or whatever. So there it is.
Do you want that on the agenda for the next time?
Yeah, that would be great.
All right.
Who owns that? Who owns that piece? Does anybody know?
On what? Across the
Is
street?
it right across the street over here? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's just
Over there.
Yeah, across the
Over
street,
here.
over here where the mural is. The city owns it.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the other way.
No. Just
No.
right across the street from the
Oh,
diner.
okay. Mm-hmm.
and
It'd be nice to have as many green spaces as possible, I think.
Yeah, they a developer wanted to build apartments there, but backed out a bit, and the city got.
Yep.
So something I did today, and I want to give a shout out to Stephanie Bowers from the City of Iowa City, the Equity Director, and encourage you guys to subscribe to the City of Iowa City newsletter if you don't already get it, because she often organizes diversity, equity, inclusion workshops that can be attended by anybody from the community. And so We just ended a 3-part series today that she organized that was free to attend. All I had to do was sign up online. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware that those things were possible through the city of Iowa City, and Stephanie does a good job of coordinating that stuff. And from that, what happens is, you network with people that attend those things. So we have this big cohort that went through all 3 sessions, and we're talking about things that we can do as a region, and making sure that the senior center and older adults have a voice in those groups is important. So just want to encourage you, if something comes out of that cohort that just finished the thing today, I will let you know, so we can have more older adult voices on those groups. And from that, I talked to someone from the Englert Theater, Keegan Coletta Huckfelt, and I know that they're doing, they've worked with you guys to do some events here, but they're also looking at like a 3-pronged approach to doing more DEI arts inclusion work here at the city. And since they're like just a hop step away, I just mentioned to him today that maybe they should kind of start attending some of the groups here that really do programming, and have maybe a little bit more of a discussion with some of the older adults in our area about arts and how to include everybody of all ages in the arts, and have programming that's inclusive of everybody. So that might be an interesting relationship with them. I know you already have an existing relationship with Englert, but yeah, just things like, getting together with others and discussing how, I know it feels overwhelming sometimes because there's a lot of groups that do a lot of work, and sometimes nothing comes of those groups. You just meet and then you talk about things and then nothing happens. But really, having us at those tables is important anyways, just so.
Was that a certain city department that organized that? I think you mentioned it, but
Yes, Iowa City Equity Department. I don't know what the
It's
name is.
It's human rights.
Human rights.
Human rights,
Equity and
yes.
human rights.
So just making sure you stay aware of the cool things that Stephanie does, that anybody can attend.
I think the newsletter's called The Lens, and if you go on the website, you
Okay.
can just sign up to be a part of that newsletter, because I get a lot of the different, like there's a climate one, there's The Lens. The Senior Center now has a newsletter that if you're on our email list, you get it now. So we're all using the same system now, but it's called The Lens.
Nice.
Cool. I mean, that's important to communicate, get those things out there. What was your big takeaway from that?
That there's a lot of barriers to equity in our area, despite the fact that Johnson County is a nice, lovely blue island in Iowa, and we are welcoming, and we're a community that prides ourselves in wanting more diversity and encouraging diversity. We still have a lot of barriers in place for people to move here and feel welcomed, and we're working on that. But we got to work on it as a team. We can't do it. City of Iowa City has a lot of resources, and they put a lot of people, and they have money to spend on employees to do all this really cool stuff. But and Stephanie, like I said, she invites me to these things because we really do need to have a regional approach and kind of group together to eliminate some of these barriers and talk about it. Because City of Iowa City does cool stuff, but we need to unite as a team here. So awesome. That's all I had to say. Anybody else has anything?
I was just going to follow up. I looked real quick on the website, and it is not on there. So we'll fix that and send it out.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. And if anybody else doesn't have anything, I'll move on to future agenda items. Other than Nancy bringing up one, I know we had talked about, or you guys last month had talked about a couple of things that you might want to bring up in future agendas. We didn't do it on this one, but we'll kind of explore those. It was the Climate Action Committee or something, and then a program that Latasha is coordinating.
Oh, Cafe 28. yeah.
Yes.
Gotta circle back.
That's okay. I know in the past, I think we had talked about having transportation or something. I can't remember.
Do we not have quorum?
It was a few months ago. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe we want to explore that again. Anything else?
You mean like the mobility coordinator?
Yeah.
She did come, but it's been a little.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there was something, I feel like a couple months ago. Anyways, we will look back at our minute, Kristen's
And I'm pretty
lovely
sure we
minutes.
have
and
some
maybe-
in-house agency presentations coming up too.
Yes, maybe it was that. Yes, yeah. Because we had Trail come,
Yeah,
but I
so
think,
we need to
yes,
do
the
VNA.
VNA, okay, that's what I'm
VNA/hospice.
thinking.
Yep. Work on it.
All right, if there's nothing else, we can end this meeting at 4:36 PM, 4:37 PM, adjourn. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.